Streaming and you start recording. Should show up here in a second.
There we go. Good evening and welcome. Here we are on TSSR Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital by MDH. Welcome into tonight. We are kind of a little upgrade. We're working now with Hewlett Public Pro, so we'll see a little more different things here tonight. And glad you're alongside for sports action here. This is going to be fun with tonight. The Cyclones face the ROWVA Williamsfield Tigers as we get ready to see the Tigers tonight, and the Cyclones 2-1 on the season and looking pretty good. They've had a couple of really good games, pulled out a squeaker over Bushnell Prairie City last Thursday night, the score of 19-16 as they were able to tape that one home with a late rebound off a free throw by Lauren Bell. And tonight, I hope you're alongside us here. This is going to be a fun journey for the rest and a busy week this week. As Illini West coming to town for the boys, they will be ready to come in here tomorrow night. And, of course, we are just doing the home games here. The Oneida Williamsfield Tigers adorned in the Mizzou colors. The gold with the black numerals trimmed in white and ROWVA across the front of those. The Cyclones in the home white uniforms, black numerals, silver trim on those as they will start a lineup tonight of Janie Phelps, Grace Vanonic, Maya Churchill, Lauren Bell, and Maddie Hood. We are off a YouTube channel, so if you have a streaming TV, a smart TV at home, you should be able to cast it right on out there. And we hope you enjoy this production here this evening. For ROWVA Williamsfield, it'll be Lizzie Johnson, Avery Rigg, Emma Seabolt, Maggie Blust, and Ava Landon. And we welcome you from wherever you are listening at here this evening. It will be 7-minute quarters. Now, there'll be a running clock except for on timeouts. Even on free throws, we do a running clock. And it'll be will be Ava Landon bringing it in for Johnson. Johnson's going to bring up Cyclones in a 3-2 or almost a 1-2-2 defense as they lob it down low. And getting caught in the lane was Seabolt. Back out to Johnson. Johnson going to wing it over. Shot on the way by Blust. It is no good. And the rebound pulled down there by Maya Churchill. Her first rebound. And now back. Grace Vanonic will come back the other way. Get it to Phelps. Phelps able to get away. Hands it back to Vanonic. Kind of running the University of Illinois offense. Hood. 3 on the way. It is no good. And the rebound snapped up there by Johnson. And we're going to have a foul on Phelps. Actually, it's going to be whistled on Lauren Bell. And my daughter's going to be upset with me because I thought the foul was called on her, but it wasn't. Up come the Tigers. Rigg dribbling the ball. Going to dribble over toward the far side. Now look at how the zone is moving over that way, kind of what they want now. Quick reversal. Shot on the way and no good by Seabolt. And a rebound pulled down there underneath by Blust. Cyclone's able to get it, bring it back out of there the other way. Here comes Grace Vanonic, dribbles down the lane, nearly had it picked away to Hood. Hood going to wheel up top to Phelps. Few dribbles, tried to lob down low to Churchill, nearly taken away in a tie-up. We'll give it over to the Cyclones. Grant Bland will take a timeout. We will step aside as well. This is TSSR Live, brought to you by MDH. Back to action here, 5:35. No score between the two teams, the Cyclones and the Tigers. Lauren Bell will trigger it inbounds underneath the basket. 2-3 zone put on here by the Tigers. Hood and Vononic at the bottom two. They kind of run an X. Looked to lob into Churchill. They had her for a moment. Didn't get her. Now get Vononic. Shot is up and good. Grace Vononic puts home the 2. And it's 2-0. West Prairie with the lead. Up quickly with the basketball. Johnson looking to go into the lane. Kicks it on the outside for Seabolt. Seabolt waits. Now throws it in the lane. Vononic nearly took it away. Back out top, and Vononic does take it away. Finally a fight for it on the floor. Back to Bell, up to Phelps. She'll drive in the lane, goes up. Got her shot blocked. And back will come Johnson. Johnson getting the block. As back, they'll bring it. Shot on the way. Put up and in by Seabolt. Seabolt, 1 for 3 so far. 2-2 tie. Inbounds to Vononic, has it stolen away. And back will come the Tigers. Johnson drops home the 3-point basket. Hood into Phelps. Phelps took one dribble, lobs it up the court to Vononic. Dangerous pass. We'll talk about that at home. 5-2 lead now for Williamsfield. Bounce to Phelps. She'll take a couple dribbles, go to Bell. Bell back to Vononic. Down for Hood in the post. She'll shoot shot and get it. Putting it up with the kiss and putting it in. 5-4, 1-point lead here for ROWVA Williamsfield. Dribble on with it is Rigg. Rigg down to the far side, picks up a dribble in no man's land. Ball tapped in the air, scooped up there by Landon. Landon out to the outside. Seabolt can't get it to go off the glass, and the rebound pulled down by Maddie Hood. That'll bring it off to Grace Vononic. Vononic will walk it up with a 3:45 and clock rolling here in the first quarter. 5-4 lead for the Cyclones. Lob in the air. Phelps able to sky high to get it. In the lane, Hood. Down to Churchill. Churchill goes to put up and fouled. Maya Churchill will be at the free throw line. I believe that will be on Maggie Blust. Actually, I am wrong, as that is often the case. And we'll have the ever-dreaded media timeout. It is 3:26 left to go in the first quarter of play. 5-4 lead now for West Prairie right here on TSSR Live, brought to you by MDH. Getting ready to head back to action here. We are on TSSR Live, brought to you by MDH. 3:26 mark of the first quarter of play. Next time we get a quick timeout, we'll go through stats a little bit. I have the wonderful Ethan Hunt doing camera work for me tonight, so I can keep more stats. The old man can only do so many things when he runs the camera, so Ethan's doing a great job tonight. Maya Churchill steps up to the free throw line, puts it on the way, a little hard off the backboard. And now we'll ready the second one. Puts it up. A little hard again. Rebound tipped and going to be pulled down by Ava Landon. Out of there with it will come Lizzie Johnson. Johnson going to dribble drive, going to go to the near side, looks underneath for a cutting Seabolt. Goes back out top, though, to Rigg. Rigg going to dribble down, gives it to Seabolt in the far corner. Nice job by Bell on the defense. In the post, working down for a Blust. Blust shot no good. Rebound chased down in the corner That is at least the second offensive rebound. Driving in with it is Ava Landon. She'll put it up and in and good, and it's a 7-4 ROWVA lead. Inbounds to Vanonic. Vanonic trying to get out of traffic. Clears everybody out as she works on Rigg. Comes over the far side. 7-4 lead for the Tigers. Bell holds it over her head. Lobs it up. Dangerous pass. Vanonic able to grab it. Vanonic shoots shot, no good. Rebound tipped, and a nice job by Landon as she tried to gobble up the pumpkin but couldn't pull it in. As Lauren Bell will trigger it inbounds, in it comes Vanonic. She'll toe up the three, and that one a spherical atmosphere integrity test or an air ball. Lobs it along, but it went off the hands of Seabolt and out of bounds. Cyclones will bring it inbounds into Lauren Powell. Powell put up the quick three, no good. Rebound snapped up there by Blust. Her second rebound of this first quarter. Lauren Powell in there now. As Johnson dribbling down to the baseline, lobs it out top for Seabolt. Seabolt quickly over to Rigg. Rigg fake, looks to dribble, shoots 15-footer, no good. Rebound though into the hands of Blust. Missed one and then will be fouled on the second. We'll have a substitution in just a moment. Up at the free throw line is Maggie Blust. First one in and good. That is her first points on the evening. 8-4 lead now for the Tigers. Emily West checks in. Second one, good as well. 9-4 lead here, 50 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lauren Bell bounces into Hood. Hood looking to dribble it up the court. Had Vanonic ahead of her, drives in, layup is good. Yes, indeed, she pulled the Hood over him, makes it a 9-6 lead for ROWVA Williamsfield. Vanonic down, cutting off Rigg on the outside, and Rigg had it tapped out of bounds by Vanonic, so it will stay Tiger basketball. We count down to 20 seconds left to go. 9-6 lead. Inbounds from West into Johnson. Johnson in the corner, back to West. She'll pump up the three. Nope. And the rebound, Churchill scoops it up. And out of there with it comes Hood. Hood with a head of steam, heads up and missed the shot. Rebound tipped around. Blust going to pull it down. And Blust with another rebound. That's her third. They'll fire it up at the end of the quarter. No good. 9-6, 3-point lead for ROWVA Williamsfield as we head to the second quarter of play. You're listening to TSSR, brought to you by MDH. Taking a quick look through our first quarter stats, the Cyclones shot the ball well. 3 of 6 in that first quarter play, 3 of 4 on twos, 0 of 2 on three-pointers. And ROWVA, a lot of shots, did make a lot, but still have the lead. They are 2 of 8 in the first quarter play, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. And overall, 2 of 2 from the free throw stripe. 3 offensive rebounds in the game, 5 defensive rebounds, and 2 turnovers. 1 block also in there as well for the Cyclones. A little bit, just the 3 rebounds in that first quarter play. Back to the second quarter, they bring it into Blust. She'll put a shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Bell able to snap it up. And we've got a jump ball as she's tied up. It'll go to West Prairie. Nice defensive rebound there Lauren Bell. Bell into Hood. She is joined by Powell, Vanonic, and Churchill. Picks up her dribble, fires it up the court, and that one is stolen away by Rigg. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Blust. She'll have it partially blocked by Churchill and taken out of bounds. Inbounds comes from West. West in the corner, putting it on the way to Johnson. Not sure whether she got her feet over the line. Missed it, and the rebound is pulled down by Seabolt. She'll be bumped, blocked, and fouled by Lauren Powell. Powell commits her first. And on the team, that is their third. Inbounds again to Johnson. She'll put up the three, can't get it. Out with it comes Vanonic. Vanonic up to Powell, ahead of the pack, puts it up and puts it in. Lauren Powell with the bucket. As Grace Vanonic was able to chase that rebound down. So it went a little bit long. John out again, this time Seabolt three, it is good. Puts it up and in, that is her fifth point. 12-8 lead now for ROWVA Williamsfield. Inbounds to Powell. Powell trying to get away from trouble. 5:20 clock rolling here, second quarter. 12-8 lead now for West Prairie, or for ROWVA. That one nearly taken away. Vanonic going to drive in the lane, tied up in there, and that's going to be possession or over to ROWVA Williamsfield. 12-8. I think the official got a little confused on which end we were going to. Janie Phelps going to check in. She'll replace Lauren Bell. As Rigg will bring the ball up now. 12-8. ROWVA Williamsfield by 4. 4.5 left to go here in the first half. Johnson with it. She'll dribble down. 15-footer up off glass. No good. And the rebound batted around. Finally, Johnson able to come up with her own rebound. Lob it down in the corner to West. She'll fake, drive on Hood. Churchill with a nice cutoff. West got her own rebound back. And we'll put it up again. Missed the second one. Fight for it inside. Grace Vanonic going to climb high and pick up the defensive rebound. Then they threw it away. Back in the lane to Blust. She misses it again. Tip, tip. And Vanonic down with it again. Vanonic trying to get out of trouble and is fouled. And that'll be a foul on Blust. That'll be her first. And the second on the team. 3:54 left to go in this first half. 12-8 lead. We're going to, for ROWVA Williamsfield, we're going to step aside as ROWVA leads it by a score of 12-8. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to student athletes, Cyclone student athletes, in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. You can learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. And don't forget our pre- and post-game sponsor. We are a little late getting on that today, but JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. You can stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR, Game Time Alive, presented by MDH, with events on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and you can cheer on our area teams to victory. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening. Again, a little bit different. We're on TSSR Live now, as good buddy of mine, Dwayne Hewlett, helping us out here. He's doing a lot to get area high school sports on the air. And please say a big thank you to him, because he does all the tech stuff. All I do is chatter. That's my job for the evening. It's just to chatter. 3:54 left to go here in this first half of play. 12-8 the lead for ROWVA Williamsfield. Maddie Hood will trigger it in. West is up on her, man on the pressure, as they try to set screens in the middle. Now a long lob. Rigg going to tap it away, but Powell will pick it up. Chased by Seabolt, puts it up. Can't get the lay in to go, but Seabolt will pick up the personal foul. And that'll be 2 shots at the free throw line for Lauren Powell. Powell with a lay-in tonight Free throws on the way. A little bit to the left, rattles out. Substitution coming in as Izzy Nelson, replacing West for ROWVA Williamsfield. As Lauren Powell will spot it up and ready for number 2. Second one's up and got it. Powell with 3 points so far here, 12-9, cutting the lead down to 3. Seabolt going to check out. West will check back in. I guess if we were doing baseball, that would be the double switch. As Rigg looks to bring it up. Bell will check in for the Cyclones to the next dead ball. Bounce down to Johnson for Blust. Blust being hounded. And Phelps or Venonic will be on it. It will be Phelps with the personal foul. And that is her first, 4th on the team. We've got a timeout called. 2:32 left to go in this first half. 12-9 the lead for ROWVA Williamsfield. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Again on TSSR Game Time Live. Glad you're alongside here. Hope you are enjoying it. It has been after a 3-year hiatus. My name, if you haven't known already, I'm Greg Phelps, Janie's dad. That's how I'm more known as now. I brought out of retirement here by my good friend Dwayne to bring you basketball action. We will be here tonight. Ethan and I both will be here tomorrow night to bring you the Cyclone boys basketball team. I'm kind of excited to see the boys. Have watched them a couple times, get to see them in person as they take on the Illini West Charger boys. And well, that game time, I believe, is 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So we'll be right back here in the gym for more Cyclone basketball. West is going to bring it inbounds. Watching the cutting. Johnson gets it to her in the corner. Quickly out to Rigg. She'll think about the 3. Powell getting back. Now Johnson in the corner. Bounces around. West the rebound. Missed it. And now Churchill up high for it. Has it ripped away by Blust. Back to Johnson. She fires out wild off the rim. No good. Rigg with it to Johnson. She'll reset it here with 2:10 left to go in this first half of play. Rigg out top. Lobs down low to West. Shot is on the way far side. That one is good. And West able to knock one home. Her first basket tonight. She's got 2. They bring it up to Powell. Powell, got to look it around here as she will dribble toward the near side. Bounce it out to Venonic, who had to gather it in. And now wheel it down low for Powell. Powell a fake, looking to go around Johnson. Puts it up and puts it in. Putting the Powell in Powell, 14-11, 3-point lead for ROWVA Williamsfield. Minute and a half left to go in the first half. Rigg across the timeline, pulls it up, goes to Johnson. Now watch the defense sag in. They're trying the cross-court pass, stolen away there by Powell. Powell brings it up, drives down the far side, goes up with it. Can't quite get it to go, but we'll have free throws impending. And that is the first foul on Johnson on the team that is their 4th. Grant Bland will talk it over, so will we. 14-11 lead now for the ROWVA Williamsfield Tigers right here on TSSR Live. We will give you a run through the halftime statistics when we get back to halftime, as we'll talk a little bit about fouls. The shooting-wise, been a little bit of a struggle for both of the teams here so far. And actually, I would guess that West Prairie actually, by percentages, leads ROWVA Williamsfield in percentage, but not on the scoreboard. Powell at the free throw line, ready to shoot a pair. First one on the way and good. Second one, up and on the way, is no good. Hood, the rebound, puts it up, gets it to go. As Maddie Hood, an offensive rebound and the biscuit in the basket, she's got 6, 14-14 tie. 55 seconds and counting here. West out with it out top. She'll bring it down in the corner, and they'll work it back out to Rigg. Rigg going to hold on, wheels it up top now into the game. Sydney Stiers. Working it over on the outside to Nelson. Nelson over to Johnson. West going to bounce it down. Fake by Stiers. Looks West. They fired Stiers. Her shot is an air ball, and the rebound pulled out of there by Lauren Bell. Good job by Bell. Pulled down the rebound. And for Bell, that's her second rebound of the evening. Powell out to Venonic. Three-pointer on the way. No good. A little hard off the back of the rim. West scoops up the rebound. And back will come. As back come the Tigers. They're working on the outside to Nelson. Nelson bounced down to Johnson. Johnson tried to dribble. Stolen by Bell. Now tried to throw it out to Venonic, but couldn't get it there. That is the first half of play. A good half of action there as we'll send it to the halftime period. 14-14 tie right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Let's toe up the halftime statistics. A deadlock at 14-14. Leading scorer in the ball game for the Cyclones, 6 apiece for Maddie Hood and for Lauren Powell off the bench. Powell 2 of 4 from the free throw line so far tonight. Also chipping in, Grace Venonic with 2. 2 round out the scoring for the Cyclones. As a team from the free throw line, they are 2 of 6 so far and have pulled down 9 rebounds total in this first half of play, 3 turnovers, which is pretty good so far, and 1 block in the ball game. For the ROWVA Williamsfield Tigers, they are led in scoring tonight. 5 in the game for Emma Seabolt, 3 in the game for Lizzie Johnson. She also 2 in the game for Maggie Bluss, 2 for Ava Landon. Bluss 2 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight, and Emily West with a 2 as well. Rebounding-wise, an 11-9 rebounding lead for ROWVA Williamsfield in this first half of play. And actually, ROWVA Williamsfield with 1 more turnover than West Prairie, 4-3 in this first half. That is our look at our halftime statistics. And again, something new, Venture TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We're going to take a break for just a little bit and be back here. You see the varsity, they are warming up here, getting ready to bring you varsity action between ROWVA Williamsfield and the Cyclones.
No, just get that other headset out of it. Hey, this is the headset. There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Cox.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Hold your water. I'll dad joke you all night. I'll be right back. pumping commercials since we didn't get them early on.
So, but the break is put that stuff on.
And by the way, big fella, I've invited. If you got it, I'm going to get it. So.
There's 3 1-minute video cameras.
Okay.
So during the break, I'll load them on there so you'll have the thing.
Okay.
You'll have, we won't, because I won't put any audio on that. You'll be able to copy whatever you want to with the audio will over that.
Okay.
So we'll give you a free break and take a drink and do whatever you want. Okay?
They're used to me doing it now. In fact, I laughed the first game, one of Jessica's uncles, one of Janie's great uncle, was kidding me because I kept saying my Wesley said he was going to make it a drinking game. So the next night, I said, for those of you playing the home game, enjoy.
Yeah, so we should be good to go.
These masks are sweet, by the way.
Yeah, they're very nice, aren't they? They're adjustable too. You can size them.
Oh, I love these. What did you see the one I had?
He's got his on inside out.
No, he doesn't.
Is there blue on that? Oh, it's
Yeah,
a blue
it's
one.
a dark blue. What?
Doesn't show up very nice.
This red does a lot better. I mean, if I really, sure it should be orange, but I do like it. It's nice. The one I wore the one night, the first night, was so close to my face. Oh, that was awful. Now, Thursday night, I finally pulled them down because they couldn't hear me very well.
When Grant comes up to talk, you want to turn the camera towards him and put him on camera right there.
Good, I'm glad he's doing that.
I just went down and asked him. I was walking by him.
Well, I said something to him about it, but we just never, well, with that iPad, it's difficult to do. Stat app is working pretty well, too. I've got been able to work.
Do you want a score book or anything?
He's got some on his iPad.
Okay, for when he's not here though, do you want something? You guys
Because I won't be here at every game.
I could use something.
Well,
I have some on my phone. I don't know.
would you like something like that? The only problem is if you're here by yourself. I can tell you is
there'll be somebody running.
oh, will it? Okay.
We're gonna get. I just gotta get a kid to do it.
Okay. If you want to do that, it's Basketball Stats Pro. I love it. All I have to do. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I got it on my.
It's awesome. Because what I like is at the end of each quarter, I can get the stats. And I bought the small boat. If not, I'll log you into my Gmail and download my copy. But I could maybe do that for Ethan too.
He can use this probably.
I'm not sure how accurate my stats are, but they're close.
One of us can get it. Do you have a tablet?
Yes.
Is it an iPad or is it an
iPad.
Here's an iPad.
Samsung.
So our version won't work on yours.
Yeah, I have to get it myself, but I could probably do that.
Is your phone an iPhone or is it a Galaxy?
iPhone.
Don't get me started.
Hey,
Yeah. Oh, you're color coded.
you can color code it.
I could barely handle that. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, when you go into the setup, you can color code it, and then that way you don't have to look at slow through everything color.
The hardest part with me, Dwayne, with bifocals is the number.
That's why the color's nice.
Yeah. Well, I got to get the number. All right.
Oh, you mean the numbers on the side?
Yeah.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live as we were comparing tech, kind of a, I guess, yes, they probably could. But we kept it clean. That was the important part. Maddie Hood, also Lauren Bell, Maya Churchill, Janie Phelps, and Grace Vononic will start out for the Cyclones. Bell dribbling around, waiting for Vononic to pop out top. Jumped at quickly
And now Phelps will try to drive in and lobs a pass over to Bell. Bell pumps up the three. Yes! The bank is open. Lauren Bell will ring it up for her. 17-14 lead now for the Cyclones. As dribbling over the timeline is Rigg. Over to Johnson. Gives a look to the other side and will work it over for Landon. Now the Rigg going to beat up a 15-footer, and once again our dreaded spherical atmosphere impedance test, or an air ball. That should come out of there. And Grace Vanonic gathers it up. She'll bring it up the court for the Cyclones. Her third defensive rebound of the ball game. In the corner to Bell. Bell over to Churchill. Churchill to Phelps. Phelps out to Hood. Hood going to put it on the way. A little bit shy on the rebound. Bluss did a nice job of squaring out there and pulls it down. That is the fourth rebound for Bluss in the ball game. And pass coming to Rigg. Rigg going to pop up a three from the near baseline. Bounces hard, and Johnson right there to put the rebound up and in. Grant Bland saw something he did not like, and so he's going to take a timeout, talk things over. We'll step aside as well here as soon as the guy doing all the talking finds his script. That was the 5th point for Johnson in the ball game. Tonight's game is brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. Thank you, the folks at MDH, for making all this possible here as we are in the age of COVID. So things are far different than, say, they would have been had we been normal. But glad we can bring this alongside to you and share this with your friends here on TSSR Live. A really nice setup. Coming back out on the floor are the Tigers, as it is Landon, Rigg, Bluss, also Johnson and Seabolt. Seabolt and Johnson sharing the leading scorers honors with 5. It is 17-16. 1 point lead for the Cyclones. Inbound to Vanonic. Vanonic going to break down Rigg. Comes over to Phelps. She'll give a couple dribbles. Try to bounce it down low. And that one turns it over. 17-16. Here come the Tigers. Johnson up quickly. Now works it to Landon. Landon chased by Vanonic in the lane to Bluss. Bluss over to Seabolt. Seabolt looking in the post. Johnson now dribbles, hands it off to her. She'll toe up the three. Short rebound. Vanonic down with it. Grace Vanonic with her 4th rebound gets it up to Hood. Hood crashing in the lane, and they're going to whistle a blocking foul on Landon, her 2nd. Maybe Hood came down on her. And Maddie Hood steps up to the free throw line. 6 in the game for her. Free throw number 1 is up and no good. A little hard off the back of the iron. Checking in for the first time this evening is number 12, Jada Abraham, placing Rigg. And Hood up at the free throw line once again. Second one is no good. And it stays at a 1 point lead for the Cyclones. Johnson brings it up. Dribbles down, get a pick from Seabolt, cuts down to the baseline, slides around the defense, bounces, and Lauren Bell says thanks for the gumball, Mickey. But tied up under the basket and brings it back to the Tigers. That's going to bring Landon underneath the basket. Landon looking to trigger in into Johnson. Johnson on the 3. It is a long rebound. Seabolt chases it down in the corner, but tied up. Well, actually tapped out of bounds by Phelps. It is the media timeout. 3:57 left to go in the third quarter. A 17-16 lead for the West Prairie Cyclones over the ROWVA Tigers. Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Cyclones.com. Let's take a quick walk through the statistics. As leading scorers in the ball game, Lauren Powell and Maddie Hood still for the Cyclones. Bell chipping in with 3, and also 2 in the game for Grace Vanonic. Coming down for the Tigers, 5 apiece for Lizzie Johnson and for Emma Siebold in the game tonight. Percentage-wise, shooting, 24% for the Tigers, although they're just down by 1. The Cyclones at 58%. Three-point percentage at 20%, 25% for the Tigers. Just goes back to show you something an old owner of the radio station I used to work for used to say, figures lie and liars figure. Figures don't always tell the whole story. Tigers will bring it in bounds. Trigger in to be Landon. Landon lob it into Blust. Shoots high over Churchill. No good. Rebound. Hood down with it. And off to the races she goes. Back the other way. Cyclones come. Hood going to put it up in the lane and is fouled again. What she's doing there, folks, is a nice job of applying pressure on the defense. You make them make a decision. And Landon has picked up her 3rd foul on the team. That is their 2nd here in the second half. And that steps Maddie Hood up to the free throw line where she is 0 of 2 so far. Free throw number 1 is good. So the Cyclones extend their lead to 18-16. 3:20 clock rolling. Phelps going to check out. Powell in. Landon out and West in for the Tigers. Second one on the way. Hood jumped across the line too early. As she jumped across the line trying to get to the rebound so fast. Inbounds to Blust, back to Johnson. And here we come. Cyclones extending that 1-2-2 out, trying a 3-quarter court to hurt him. It is Seabolt bouncing down for West. Guarded by Hood, watches a cutting Johnson. Now is a wide open Abraham up top who nearly lost it. Johnson gets it back. 15-footer, no good. Hood with another rebound, rips it away, and off she goes. She will have it tapped out of bounds, keep it with the Cyclones. They lead it here 2.5 with the clock ticking. 18-16. Cyclones lead. Checking in will be Avery Rigg. She'll replace Abraham. And now coming across the line is Vanonic. Vanonic looking at an extended zone here. As she dribbles in, didn't close the gap enough. Teardrop is good. Grace Vanonic drops home her 4th point of the night. And the lead out to 4, 20-16. Rigg at the throttle now for the Tigers. Out to Johnson, bouncing into Blust. Did a nice job of sealing Churchill, but missed it. Maddie Hood lost the rebound, though, as she was going to get it. And got the rebound, but turned it over. 5 rebounds in the game for Maddie Hood so far. West brings it inbounds. Cyclones trying to what? Nobody picked up Johnson. Got lucky as she missed it, but Seabold is going to dump it up and dump it in. Seabold with 7. As Seabold also with offensive rebound, and the Cyclones work it up to Hood, to Churchill, who brings it back out to Vanonic. Vanonic dribbles down, goes up, and late whistle on that one. See who that is called on. It'll be whistled on Johnson. That is her 2nd, 3rd on the team. Up to the free throw line will step Grace Vanonic. Her 1st attempt tonight. And a little hard off the back of the iron, no good. Janie Phelps will check in. Churchill will check out for the Cyclones. So a size downgrade as Vanonic makes number 2. Extends the lead to 21-18. Rigg going to bring it in. As Rigg looking, finds Johnson. Johnson giving a look, down to Blust. Out to Johnson. Johnson dribbling. And a fight for it in there. Bell got it popped away. Powell takes it away. Powell in the lane, puts it up. Yes, and it counts. Puts it up and in. That is her 8th point off the bench tonight. Fantastic job by Powell. 23-18. Johnson over to Seabold, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 23-18, the Cyclones lead as we head to 4. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events on the big screens live. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer your area teams on to victory. Now, you see on TSSR Game Time Live, you see both the Cyclones, you'll see the Spartans, all of the folks. We get going here again. It will be Cyclone basketball to start the fourth quarter of play. Bring it in is Maddie Hood into Venonic. Up to Hood. Hood grabbing it up, drives down the lane, bounced it past Churchill and out of bounds. And that will bring it back over to the Tigers. Rigg dribbling across half court. She is joined by Johnson, Blust, West, and Siebold. Johnson trigger it down now. Looking in at Blust. Nope. Comes out top for Johnson. Down to Rigg. Rigg thought about it, put it down. And now the Cyclones close it off here. Spreading their zone out a little bit. Rigg struggled with a little bit. Lobs in the lane for Siebold. Siebold around Hood. Puts it up. Missed it. And Powell going to tap the rebound out of bounds. Checking in is Landon. Landon's going to replace West for the Tigers. Inbound to Johnson. Johnson lobs into Siebold. Siebold puts it up. Blocked by Churchill, and Powell pulls it down. Powell off to the races, up to Venonic. Nice layoff, but couldn't get the shot to go. Powell got it again, shoots it up, and the rebound's finally pulled out of there. I believe that is Siebold that chases it down finally. Landon out top with it. Over to Siebold. Siebold watching Johnson come into the post. Gets it to her. Churchill, another block. Blocks it again. And now a tie-up as J.D. Phelps able to tie it up. Well, I got to use the Mr. Krabs, quote when I can. Just like your old man. Tough as nails. 5:27, clock rolling fourth quarter. 23-18 lead here. Landon into Johnson. Back to Rigg. Rigg. And Hood's going to get the rebound. Maya Churchill having a block party down there. They bring it up to Powell, who lost it out of bounds. Actually, Landon's going to touch it and give it back to him. And I will give stats at the end of the game, but I'll tell you, folks, they are extremely unofficial. But unofficially, Maya Churchill with 4 blocks. Phelps into Hood. Over to Powell. Powell spots up 3. Won't get it. A backboard integrity check brings it out there for the Tigers, and they have it. Actually, they're going to whistle a foul on Powell. Going to say she got caught with the reach in. That is her second. Third on the team. Phelps goes out as Bell comes in. 4.5 left to go in the game. 23-18 lead. Johnson. Lobbed into Blust. Blust partially blocked by Churchill again. And now Maddie Hood going to pull down the rebound. Hood with her 6th or 7th rebound of the ball game. As Venonic brings it up, fires it cross court, has it taken away by the Tigers. 4 minutes left to go. Powell nearly tapped it away from Johnson. Now Johnson throws it away, and that's going to bring Powell back up the court. Far near side, she'll pull it up. They can afford to work a little clock here. Trying to get away from it. Drives in the lane. Puts up a shot. It is no good. And the rebound pulled down by Siebold. Over to Landon. Up to Johnson. Johnson driving down. And we've got a foul whistle on Bell. kind of the clothesline, pulling out a reference from wrestling. We're going to step aside. I believe it is the media timeout. 23-18, the lead here for the Cyclones in the fourth quarter. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live. Getting ready to go back to the action as we are here on TSSR Game Time Live. And still on the court here, it is Rigg, Landon, Seabolt, Johnson, and Blust for the Tigers. Bell, Hood, Vononic, Churchill, and Powell. Churchill tonight, 5 blocks in the ball game. Landon lobs inbound to Blust, tipped away by Vononic and turned over. Well, turned right back over as the Cyclones trying to rip it away. Seabolt, cross court, Rigg, 3, no good, and the rebound. Hood sky high for it. Her 8th rebound. Got a foul whistled, and that is on Landon. That is her 4th. One away from getting the quick hook. The three-pointer has not been there for the Tigers. Hood throws the ball in bounds. Vononic able to get it. Vononic dribbles it up. Lob shot, no good, and the rebound. Landon down with it. Foul up the court. I believe Powell's going to give the personal foul. So Powell will pick up. That is her 3rd foul, 3rd on the team. Johnson to bring it in. 23-18 lead here. Blust with it in the near corner. Holds it over her head. Into Landon. Landon puts it up, and Hood going to give the personal foul. Had 2 girls standing wide open in the same place as Hood commits the personal, and that is her 2nd. The 4th on the team in this second half. Free throw is no good by Landon. Landon will spot the second one. On the way, no good. And the rebound, Hood, another one. Hood headed for, lobs it up the court to Churchill. She'll dribble, has it taken away. And out of there with it comes Landon. Landon trying to drive in, puts it up. And I believe that's going to be on Powell. If it is, that is number 4. And indeed it is. That is 4. That is the 5th on the team. Landon at the free throw line. It is up and no good. Having a little trouble finding the range here. Phelps will check in. Powell will check out for the Cyclones. Minute 20. Clock is counting here in the fourth quarter. 23-18 lead now for the Cyclones. Second one, no good, and Phelps down with the rebound. She'll dribble it out of there. Gets it across half court. He goes to Maya. Maya Churchill dribbling down, lost the handle on it, and dropped it out of bounds. So Phelps up, and now bring it back the other way. Seabolt bouncing, nearly taken away. Now taken away by Phelps and Vononic. In the lane, she'll put it up and gets fouled. Nice job there on the defense by Phelps and Vononic. And that's going to mean that Landon takes an early exit. Fouls out tonight with 2 points in the ball game. 23-18 lead for the Cyclones. Grace Fanatic at the free throw line trying to put the icing on the cake. Just a little bit wide on that one. And ready's the second one. Up and no good. And the rebound, Hood almost had it, couldn't get it. And they'll say off her hands and out of bounds. 20 seconds left here. Rigg going to work it up. They need points in a hurry, Rigg. Dribbling out top, drives toward the lane, lobs down full. And shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Bell. Bring it inbounds. A steal on the inbounds, but that'll end the game. 23-18. The Cyclones improved to 3-1 on the season. We'll step aside for a moment, take a look at the statistics. And I just happened to realize the odd statistical things that we look at. No one scored in the fourth quarter. Funny enough. So let's take a look at the scoring quarter by quarter. It was a 9-6 lead at the end of one by ROWVA Williamsfield. Then it was the Cyclones that came back, outscored them 8-5 in the second, 9-4 in the third to take the lead 23-18. And who knew that would be the last time anybody scored? Leading the way for the Cyclones, 8 in the game for Lauren Powell, 7 for Maddie Hood, 5 for Grace Van Uck. For Maddie Hood tonight, 9 rebounds in the ball game. The Cyclones, as a team, 14% from 3, 45% from 2-point range. They were tonight from the free throw line 4 of 14. For the Tigers, 7 from Emma Seabolt, 5 in the game for Lizzie Johnson, 2 apiece for Maggie Blust, Ava Landon, and Emily West. As a team from the free throw line, they were 2 of 6 from the charity stripe here in the ball game. That is game number 1 in the book. We are here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we are going to take a timeout. Got to do some different things with our computer. We'll be back in probably about 10 minutes or so. You've been listening to TSSR